The world feels fragile. Chaos reigns, shadows lengthen. Across the globe, a sense of unease permeates the human spirit. Is this merely a turbulent phase in our history, or could it be something more? Something ancient prophecies have warned us about for millennia? Across cultures and continents, whispers from the past speak of a time of great upheaval. A time of tribulation and transformation. A time perhaps like our own. These prophecies, shrouded in symbolism and mystery, have captivated and terrified humankind for generations. They paint vivid pictures of global crisis, of a battle between good and evil, of a powerful force shaping the destiny of humanity. Are these prophecies merely myths, products of a less enlightened age? Or are they warnings, signposts on the road to our collective fate? To answer this, we must delve into the heart of these ancient visions. We must explore their origins, decipher their symbolism, and confront their unsettling relevance to our modern world. Join me then, on a journey into the depths of human history and the furthest reaches of our collective imagination. Let us confront the whispers from the abyss and ask ourselves, are we living in the shadow of prophecy? Despite their diverse origins, the end-time prophecies of the world's major religions share a striking number of themes. These echoes of a shared doom suggest that perhaps these visions tap into a universal human fear. A fear of the unknown, of the fragility of existence, of the ultimate triumph of darkness. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and even the ancient Mayan civilization all speak of an age of tribulation. An age marked by natural disasters, social unrest, and moral decay. This period of chaos, according to these ancient texts, will culminate in a final battle between good and evil, a battle that will determine the fate of humanity itself. These prophecies also hint at the emergence of a powerful global force, a force that will either usher in an era of peace and prosperity, or plunge the world into a new dark age. Could this force be a charismatic leader, a technological innovation, or a global movement? The answer, like the prophecies themselves, remains shrouded in mystery. But one thing is clear, these ancient warnings, echoing across time and culture, demand our attention. They challenge us to confront the possibility that our present may be inextricably linked to our past, and that the choices we make today will determine the fate of our tomorrow. In the book of Revelation, the final book of the Christian Bible, the Apostle John lays bare a terrifying vision of the end times. Written in cryptic language and filled with vivid imagery, Revelation has fascinated and terrified believers for centuries. It speaks of a time of great tribulation, a period of unprecedented suffering and chaos that will grip the earth. Natural disasters will plague the planet. Earthquakes will shatter cities. Fire will rain from the sky. The seas will turn blood red, and the very air will become thick with pestilence. Amidst this global chaos, a figure of immense power will emerge, the Antichrist. This charismatic leader will captivate the masses with promises of peace and prosperity, but his true intentions will be far more sinister. He will seek to deceive the world and establish a totalitarian reign of terror. Those who refuse to bow to his authority will be marked with the mark of the beast, a symbol of their allegiance to the forces of darkness. But all hope is not lost. Revelation also speaks of a final battle between good and evil, a battle that will culminate in the second coming of Christ and the establishment of a new heaven and a new earth. Is this ancient prophecy merely a symbolic representation of the eternal struggle between good and evil within the human heart? Or is it a literal roadmap to the end of days? The answer perhaps lies in our own time. In Islam, the Day of Judgment, or Yawm al-Qiyamah, represents the culmination of history, and the final reckoning for all humankind. It is a day of immense upheaval, when the very fabric of reality will be torn asunder. The earth will tremble, the mountains will crumble, and the stars will fall from the sky. Preceding this cataclysmic event, the world will be plunged into a period of great tribulation, marked by wars, natural disasters, and widespread moral decay. It is during this time of darkness that the Dajjal, a false messiah, will emerge, seeking to deceive humanity and lead them astray. But hope will arrive in the form of the Mahdi, a divinely guided leader who will restore justice and righteousness to the world. The Mahdi will unite the faithful and lead them in a final battle against the forces of evil. This battle will culminate in the ultimate triumph of good over evil and the establishment of a just and equitable world order. The Islamic prophecies of the end times serve as a stark reminder of the transient nature of this world and the importance of living a life of piety and righteousness. They offer both a warning and a promise, a warning of the consequences of straying from the path of righteousness, and a promise of ultimate justice and redemption for those who remain true to their faith. In Hindu cosmology, time is cyclical, flowing through a series of yugas or epochs, each representing a distinct stage in the cosmic cycle. We are currently living in the Kali Yuga, the age of darkness, characterized by strife, ignorance, and moral decline. It is an age where material wealth is valued above spiritual enlightenment and where greed, envy, and violence run rampant. The Kali Yuga is a time of great spiritual testing, a time when the forces of darkness hold sway. But even in this age of darkness, hope remains. Hindu prophecy foretells the arrival of Kalki, the 10th and final avatar of Vishnu, the preserver deity. Kalki will appear at the end of the Kali Yuga riding a white horse and wielding a flaming sword. He will vanquish the forces of evil, restore Dharma or cosmic order, and usher in a new Satya Yuga, a golden age of peace and prosperity. The Hindu prophecies of the Kali Yuga and the coming of Kalki offer a powerful message of hope and renewal. They remind us that even in the darkest of times, the forces of light will ultimately prevail. They also challenge us to confront the darkness within ourselves and strive to live in accordance with Dharma, even amidst the chaos and confusion of the Kali Yuga. The ancient Mayan civilization, renowned for its sophisticated understanding of astronomy and mathematics, left behind a legacy of intricate calendars and cryptic prophecies. One such prophecy, linked to the end of the Mayan long count calendar in 2012, captured the world's imagination and sparked widespread speculation about the end of the world. While the Mayan calendar did not predict an apocalyptic event in 2012, it did mark the end of a significant cycle in Mayan cosmology. The date represented not an end but rather a transition, a turning of the age. It symbolized a time of great transformation, a period of upheaval and renewal. Many believe that the Mayan prophecies, while rooted in a specific cultural context, hold universal significance. They speak to the cyclical nature of time, the ebb and flow of civilizations, and the interconnectedness of all things. The end of the Mayan long count calendar can be seen as a metaphor for the end of an era, a time for reflection, renewal, and the creation of a more just and sustainable future. The Mayan prophecies challenge us to look beyond the limitations of linear time and embrace the cyclical nature of existence. They remind us that endings are also beginnings, and that even in the midst of great change there is always hope for a brighter tomorrow. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, facing unprecedented challenges and uncertainties, it's difficult to ignore the echoes of ancient prophecies in our modern world. Global pandemics, climate change, political instability, and the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence all seem to mirror the warnings of ancient seers. The rise of social media and the pervasiveness of technology have fueled a sense of interconnectedness, but also a sense of unease. Information overload, misinformation, and the erosion of privacy have created a climate of fear and distrust. Technological advancements, while holding immense potential for good, also present existential threats. Artificial intelligence, while promising to solve some of humanity's most pressing problems, also raises concerns about job displacement, algorithmic bias, and the potential for misuse. The prophecies of old, while often shrouded in symbolism and open to interpretation, serve as stark reminders of the fragility of human civilization and the importance of making wise choices. They challenge us to confront the potential consequences of our actions and to strive for a more just and sustainable future. As we stand at the crossroads of history, facing a confluence of global challenges, it's tempting to view ancient prophecies as harbingers of inevitable doom. But perhaps these ancient texts offer something more than just predictions of disaster. Perhaps they serve as a call to action, a reminder that we have the power to shape our own destiny. The prophecies of old may not be fixed decrees but rather warnings and possibilities. They highlight the potential consequences of our actions and remind us that the choices we make today will determine the course of human history. We stand at a precipice. The path we choose will determine whether we succumb to the darkness or embrace the light. Will we allow fear and division to guide our actions? Or will we choose compassion, cooperation, and a commitment to the common good? The answer, ultimately, lies within each of us. The future is not predetermined. It is a canvas upon which we, as individuals and as a global community, have the power to paint our own destiny. The question is, what will we choose to create?